So I'm going to give you guys a crash course on chopping. The most important thing about chopping is the happy chop, okay? This is when you go into a jam and your comfort level is not at the highest, but you really need to be there and you want to be there. So you mute your strings lightly and you just kind of sit here and chop. Now, when people look at you like they are, we'll talk about visual cues, and they say, hey, go ahead and take a break. You just go like this. You smile and you go, oh no, I'm good. And then they think that you're just having a really good time and you just don't want to take a break right now. Even, you know, I call it the happy chop. It's a great way to disguise yourself in a jam situation. I've done many a happy chop, by the way. So first of all, we want to make sure that our bows have rosin on them at the frog. So when you rosin your bow, just remember, give it a little rosin down here at the frog because you're going to be wanting to use that portion. If it's a little dirty down here, then you might need a little bit more. And you can also clean it. Just be really careful. You can get like rubbing alcohol and a cotton swab. Let it dry real good. So, place your bow on the, let's do middle two. Let's do the center of the instrument. We're going to get in the frog, and what I want you to do is, I call it rock and rolling. So rocking and rolling. I want you to just feel that real heavy weight in the bow. All right? Just get in there and feel all that heavy weight. Now there are tons of different ways to chop. I'm going to teach you this that leads to rhythmic chopping. But I've seen people, I've been in jams with people that are doing this kind of stuff, which is awesome. I mean, you do what feels comfortable for you. Just, we'll take the chop vow in a second. The chop oath. Okay, freeze, middle two strings. You feeling a lot of weight in there? There's a lot, okay? So on the count of three, we're going to pull up. We're going to make the strings ring, okay? So it sounds like this. Why don't you listen first? Okay, on the count of three, rock and rolling, freeze. 1, 2, 3, up. Excellent. Now hold it up. We're going to go back down. This is the chop. So this is where we want to get the snare drum type of sound. We're just going to let it fall. Sounds like this. Just hit it. Yeah. I'm a very hard chopper and I've never done any damage. So you got this. Yeah. Now, if your violin's in a straight position like this, it'll sound invisible. It'll be the invisible chop. So naturally the violin's going to be at an angle. So you should be kind of like, you know, really getting there. I'm muting my strings, by the way. I'm just kind of laying my fingers slightly on top of them. So you kind of just listen for that t-t-t kind of sound. It's real fun. Okay. All right. Now that you got your sounds, here we go. 2 sounds. Get in there. Rock and roll, freeze. We're going to go up on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, chop. Now you got to get back in there and just lay all that dead weight in there. All right, rock and roll. You feeling it all? On the count of 3, we're going up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Rock and roll. How are we doing? Let's do the 4 chord. Put that first finger on the top string. Rock and roll on the way up. 1, 2, 3. On the way down, ready? Go. Nice. Let's do that one again. 1, 2, 3. Down. Hop that one over. Let's play that 5 chord. First finger's on D, open A. 1, 2, 3, up and down. Chop. Let's pick it up. I really need to get back to that 1 chord. All right, here we go. We're going to get faster this time. Ready? On the way up. 1, 2, 3, ring. Chop. Up. Normally what I would do is ask you, if you were in here, I would ask you a question. So I want you to answer the question while you're doing this, okay? What did you guys have for breakfast this morning? You gotta talk to me while you're doing it. And do you have any New Year's resolutions? Or is it a no resolution kind of month? There you go. All right, get faster. Try out different chords. Congratulations, you know how to chop.